so media, and you know when they see the I am so media, you know the saying. That's one of them ones. 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 I am so media, and you know what it's saying. That's one of them ones. 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 Yo, Prince, doing the most, hold the crown with a steady hand. Break down the game for the pros and the Betty fans. Got the podcast on the go in the second cam. So when the ball hit the floor, then I let it jam. This the channel that they clicking and clicking and clicking again. I am so media. What up, though? That's one of them ones. I am so media, and you know when they see them, I am so media. You know the saying. That's one of them ones. 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 I am so media, and you know what it's saying. That's one of them ones. 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 Yo, Prince doing the muscle crown with a steady hand. Break down the game for the pros and the Betty fans. Got the podcast on the go in the second cam. So when the ball hit the floor, then I let it jam. It's the channel that they clicking and clicking and clicking again. I am so media. What up, though? That's one of them ones.
What's good? What's good? What's goody, man? Hey, man, appreciate y'all, man. I know, look, hey, this stream was supposed to happen 2 days ago, man. I'll be busy, man. Hey, football Sunday was yesterday. I had the Aces live stream going up yesterday. Appreciate everybody for locking in with that, man. Again, this is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince, man. Look, hey, we got another good one today. Today, we're going to dive into, is it possible with all of the stuff that's going on with Angel Reese, she's still eligible to make an All-WNBA team, first or second? We'll get into it. Stay locked in because you'll be shocked with my answer. I can't wait to break all of this down. We'll dive into the past of former WNBA players that didn't have an outstanding season, but still ended up on an All-WNBA team. We'll dive into a lot of things today. We'll talk about what does it take to make an All-WNBA team, criteria, all of that. I'm actually excited, man. Put a lot of work into getting all these numbers together for y'all. So hit the like button as your appreciation. Again, if you're not a member of iamzomedia, make sure you hit that membership button. Hit that join button. Check out my 4 tiers. Become a member. Appreciate my 10 new members from yesterday. I had 10 new members from yesterday. So appreciate all of you for signing up for my memberships and becoming part of the iamzomedia family. Again, engage in the chat. I love reading y'all comments in the chat. Again, if there's something important, you already know what to do. Drop that super and I'll get to it and answer it with the best of my ability, right? But other than that, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Again, this is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince. Man, again, let me get to my chat. You know, I gotta bless y'all. That's why y'all pull up early, man. I gotta bless y'all, man. Shout out to Jay Bavis, MSL 525, TL, Color People Time. You gotta stop it, man. That Francis fella said, my one concern on this topic is the amount of games Angel has missed this season. We're gonna get into that too. I got some very spicy information for y'all. What's going on, Robert? Finisher 3X. What is popping? What is popping? Calvin Coleman. What is going on? Lilac BP. What's going on, my dude? Jay Davis. Welcome in. AJ, what's good? AJ, Reddit Milky Way. What's popping? One of my other members. Nadira Gant, one of my other members. What's popping? MJ, what's going on? Again, if you're watching over from Twitter, share this on your Twitter. Stop being stingy with the information. What's going on, Ms. Jackson, one of my other members? Appreciate you for pulling up. Stephen Love, what's going on? Stephen, let's get that membership next to your name. Mario Stewart, another one of my members, pulling up. Appreciate it. Brian Allen Hines, one of my loyal members. Appreciate you continuing to get that membership, my brother. Appreciate the love, the support. Hey, y'all memberships and support, y'all likes or support, y'all subscribes or support, man. I appreciate all of it. Y'all comments, same thing, support. Appreciate the support, man. Appreciate the support. HD, what's going on, my brother HD? Make sure you go over to HD channel. Welcome to HD double IITV, and go follow my brother, man. Prayers up to you and the moms, man. Amazing Joy, what's going on? Brandon Moss, what's going on? Man, appreciate all of y'all for pulling up. Chicago Cheetah. Go ahead on and get that membership, man, before we get up out of Chicago. Before we get out of Skytown, Chicago Cheetah. Go ahead on and get that membership, man. Go ahead on and get that membership. Fresh, what's going on, Fresh? Quinn, what's going on, Quinn? What's going on, Quinn? What's popping? What's popping? Michelle, what's going on? F Chicago. Yes, ma'am. You already know what it is. It's Free Angel. Tell us reverse. Hey, what's going on, C. Lee? What's going on? What's going on, C. Leah 126? Hey, it's Free Angel. Tell us reverse, huh? That's what we doing. It's free. Like it's Free Angel. Tell us reverse, man. But let me ask this, because again, y'all know me. I like to make sure, I interact with the chat during my breakdowns and stuff like that. Make them fun, invigorating. So give me y'all top three. Write them in the chat. If you want me to bring it on the screen, send through a super chat. I'll put it on the screen. Give me your top. What is your top three criteria for making the All WNBA team? What is your top three? I'll give y'all a second. What if you're over on X? Slide over to YouTube or write it in the X chat. What is your top three criteria for making an All WNBA team? What is your top three criteria? Michelle says she an Angel and Gamecock fan. Hey, Michelle, when it comes to the Gamecocks, we beefing. We beefing. Hey, it's LSU Tigers over here. When it comes to them Gamecocks, Michelle, we beefing. What's going on, Amy Sue? What's going on? Hey, we beefing, Michelle. But again, what is your top five? What is your top three criteria for All WNBA this season? What does it take to make an All WNBA team? Brandon Ross. Hey, Brandon. You ain't sent through a super chat, but that's a good one. I'll put it on the screen. Brandon Moss said locking up Asia under 20 points. Hey, that's a good feat. You got that's a good one. What's going on, Tulip? What's going on, Jackie? Hey, that's a good feat. I ain't mad at that. That's I ain't mad at that. That's a good feat. That's a good feat. Hey, you hold Asia under 20. Hey, but I would consider that more defensive. That's a defensive accomplishment. But I get what you're saying. Mario Stewart said playing at least 25 games. Yes, ma'am, Tulip. Run them likes up, y'all. Run them likes up, man. Hey, the more you like the video, the more it gets out to other people. Stop being stingy with the information. Let other people get this good cooking, man. Shout out to Lilac BP, one of my other members. Mario Stewart, one of my other members. T. Carmilla, what's popping? Lilac said at least top 20 in the league and 2 to 3 statistical categories, I'm guessing you mean. Leading the league in one or more two-way player. Green Thumb, what's going on? Most valuable player on your team, ranked at the top in multiple stats, leveling up year over year. That's interesting. That's an interesting way. That's an interesting way to phrase it. I mean, how many people feel winning should be involved? Put in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. How important? Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, we'll do on a, what's going on, Andrew? What's going on? We'll do on a scale to 1 to 10. Brian Hallenine said scoring, rebounding, playing defense. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. Put in the chat scale of 1 to 10. Put in the chat how important winning is. Put in the chat, because look, we gonna I'm gonna see where y'all heads is at. Put in the chat how important winning is to All WNBA. How important is it? Mario Stewart says 6 or 7. Hey, Mario, you got to choose one, man. River says 6. MJ said 8. Damn, MJ, you tough, man. You tough. Amazing J says 6. Miss Jackson said 5. Tulip said 7. So Mario Stewart said 6. T. Carmilla said 5. Jackie said 5. Okay. Gamble said 4. C. Leah said 7. Andrew said 8, unless you're doing something insane. Okay. Okay, Andrew. I see where you're going with it. Green Thumb said 5. I'm getting a lot of 5s and 6s. Middle of the pack. Middle of the pack. It's kind of like middle of the pack. Michelle said this depends. Michelle, you gotta pick a number, Michelle. You gotta pick a number, Michelle. This ain't no Depends commercial. This ain't no diaper commercial. You gotta pick a number, Michelle. This ain't no diaper commercial. Pick a number, man. Pick a number. Again, hit the like button as you come in. And if you're just joining us, put in the chat how important is winning on a scale of 1 to 10 and your determination of who makes the All-WNBA team this season. Michelle said, damn, 5. Hey, Tulip, I ain't asked you for no Tulip. Just put what your number is. I'm with you, River. It's looking like a 5 overall, middle of the pack. What's going on, Reese? Another one of my members done pulled up. Said 6. Tulip, okay, Tulip, you put 7. Okay. Hey, Tulip, let me tell y'all something about Tulip, man. Tulip is a tough critic. Tulip, what's going on, Larry Bowers? What's going on, Larry? Larry said 6. What's going on, Leanne? What's going on? What's going on, Leanne? Put in the chat 1 to 10. How important is winning to making an All-WNBA team? How important is your record to making an All-WNBA team? Put in the chat. How important is your record? And we gonna look. I look. Some of y'all about to know what y'all talking about, and some of y'all we gonna have to question your knowledge, and we gonna get there. That's why I want to have this exercise right quick. So when we get to the actual numbers, we gonna get to them. I got 2 more questions to ask, and then we'll get to the numbers. But y'all see where I'm going. Once I get to the third one, you'll see where I'm going with this. Okay, Leanne said 7. Okay, 7. Who I missed? Jamal said Jamal. What's going on, Jamal? Jamal said 7. Okay. Tula player says I leave the empty stats for the All-Star game. You got to stop it. Michelle said 1 player can't beat a whole team, but Sky was 1-9 without AR, right? Hey. Terrence Bell said winning is cool, but if your team is trash and your numbers are MVP caliber against all WNBA team contenders, but I'll say a 6. So you got a 6. So I'm getting around about a 5. Stephen Love said 3. Damn, Stephen, you don't care at all. Huh? You don't care at all. A 3 mean as long as you ain't the bottom team. That's what a 3 is. The 3 means as long as you ain't the bottom team. But we get into a 5. So next question is how many points per game should you average to make an All-WNBA team? You can give me a range, or you can say this or more. How many points per game should you average to make an All-WNBA team? Let me know that. River said 19. Damn, 19 points to make the All-WNBA team? What? 19? Lilac BP said between 15 to 20. MJ said 13.5. Mario Stewart said at least 17. Leanne said minimum 12. Reese said 15. Stephen Love said 15 plus. Amazing J said between 14 to 20. Jamal said 18 or more. Andrew said between 15 and 20. Gamble said 14. Michelle said at least 12. Miss Jackson said 15 or more. Jackie said 15. So far we're kind of like in that 15, 14 range. Brian Allen Hines said 14 points per game and up. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now my next this is my next question. This is my next question, and then we'll get to this work. This is my next question, and then we'll get to this work. This is my next question. So at your position, this is the next question. At your position, take all the other positions out of it. At your position, where do you have to rank in the league to make an all WNBA team? At your position, is it top 10? Is it top 5? Is it top 3? At your position, where do you have to rank at your position to make an all WNBA team? Because that factors into it as well. Because remember, there's only so many spots, and you got backcourt and front court. Reese said top 3. Sherelle, we're going on Sherelle, another one of my members. Top 10. Nadira said top 5. River said top 3. Green Thumb said top 5. T. Carmilla said top 5. C. Leah said top 10. Dad Francis Fella said top 5. Mario said top 10. Amazing J said top 5. Tulip said top 10. Andrew said top 5. Leanne said top 5. Tulip said top 5. Michelle said top 5. Miss Jackson said top 8. Jamal said top 5. Sherelle said top 5. Make sure I ain't missed nobody. Again, what do you have to rank at your position to make an all WNBA team?
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.
Shout out to River for the $2 super chat. He said, this seems like Paige might be first team all W. Look, some of you Paige fans gonna be mad at me because at the end of this video, I will be disclosing my first and second team. At the end of this video, I will be disclosing so make sure you stick around. At the end of this video, I will be disclosing my first and second team all WNBA for 2025. Appreciate the $2 super chat, River. Okay, so I want to make sure I got the categories right because I'm about to pull the docs up, right? We're gonna walk through a few players that made WNBA teams and how and why and what records were, points per game. So before we pull it all up, I want to make sure I got it correct. And y'all let me know in the chat, yes or no, if I got the range correct. So points per game, most people said 14 to 15 a game for points. For at your position, most people said top 5 at your position. And for like as far as where you got to rank in the league, most people said you got to be leading in a category or 2. And you got to be top. I've seen some people saying top 10 in certain categories. So I just want to make sure I got it right. You got to be leading a category or at least top 2 in the category, 14 or 15 points a game, and you have to be top 5 at your position. So let me know in the chat if that sounds about right from what the chat was saying. Give me a yes or a no. What's going on, Ether Ridge? All WNBA is only 10 players. You not 10 to 30 and talking about you deserve all WNBA anything. Fee, Asia, Boston Habby could go on with just bigs. Interesting you say that. Interesting you say that. Hey, what I'm about to show y'all is a reason why I'm one of them ones. Y'all about to see. Hey, Lebo Gang said, "In your team must at least make the playoffs." Interesting. Tulip Play said 16 points per game, top 4 at your position, and winning matters. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's get to this though. Because this again. Let's get to this though. Hey, appreciate y'all for being interactive. Now let's get to this work though. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button as you come in. What's going on, Christopher? Angel has better numbers than Hamby in Boston. Some of y'all need to do your homework. Let them know, Christopher. Let them know. This is going to be interesting. Look, I knew we was going to have some Angel detractors in here, right? I knew we was going to have some Angel detractors because they seen the thumbnail. They seen the title. So you know you was going to have some Angel detractors with their talking points ready, right? You know you're going to have those. But again, I'm the person they call. Those of you who ain't familiar with the angel community, I'm the person they call when somebody needs to be cooked. I'm the person they call when somebody needs to be cooked. And I love doing it. It's easy. So let's get to this, man. Because we got something to talk about here. If we got something to talk about here, again, let's get to this, man. Let's get to this, man. Let's get to this. So let's start with this. Let's start with our homegirl Arike. Don't y'all know in 2020, even though it was the COVID season, Arike was 6th in MVP voting with an 8-14 record. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back. Arike in 2020 had an 8-14 record and was 6th in MVP voting. She did have the scoring championship that year. That's something she can go with. She had the scoring championship that year, but she was first team. Arike was first team All-WNBA in 2020. Missed the playoffs, 8-14 record. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Shooting 41% from the field, 33% from 3, averaging 22 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.6 steals per game. Interesting. Hey, I told y'all, I'm the one. Hey, look, I'm the one they call. I'm on. And if you're in the Angel Reese community, all you got to do is press 1. I'm the one they call. I be in the cut listening to y'all narratives. I'm the one they call. I'm the one they call. I be in the cut listening to the narratives. I be in the cut. What's going on, Ms. D? I be in the cut. I sit back. Black. This is what I need you to do, Black. Go in 2020 and look at Arike's turnovers per game and tell me what she ranked. That's what I need you to go do, Black. Go look at Arike's points per turnover per game. Tell me what she ranked. Go look at her assists per game. Tell me what she ranked. Go look at her rebounds per game. Tell me what she ranked. Go look at Arike's shooting percentage in 2020 and tell me what she ranked. Again, history is repeating itself, y'all. History is repeating itself. Let's go. But guess what, y'all? Watch this. Watch me work. Don't y'all know in 2021, Tina Charles made 2nd team All-WNBA with a 12-20 record? I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Tina Charles in 2021 made All-WNBA 2nd team with a losing record at 12-20. And she was 5th in MVP voting. She was 5th. Tina Charles was 5th in MVP voting on a 12-20 team. They did not make the playoffs. They was not a top 8 team. Again, how important are the numbers? How important is winning, Tulip? How important is the numbers? And how important is the winning, Tulip? Tulip. So you mean to tell me Tina Charles, 23 points and 9 rebounds, justify her being top 5 in MVP voting with a 12-20 record? Tulip, you got to keep that same energy, Tulip. You got to keep that same energy. I don't care if she a GOAT. Look, are we doing season by season? I don't care if she the GOAT. I don't care if she the GOAT. I don't care if she the GOAT. You got 5th place. You got 5th place in MVP. Not saying she wasn't deserving, Tulip. Not saying she was not deserving. But we got to keep that same energy. This is what we can't do, y'all. We can't say there needs to be a criteria for MVP and all WNBA team and then say we can't make exceptions. We can't do that because I've given you two people so far where they made an exception. They made an exception for her record to put her at number 5 in MVP voting when she wasn't even on the top 5 team. She wasn't even on the top 8 team. They did not make the playoffs. She was not even on the top 8 team. We can't look. We can't use numbers when we want to use them to fit our narrative. We just can't. Stick to the facts. The facts are they make exceptions when they want to. This was an exception. This was an exception. Let's go. Don't worry. We got more. Don't y'all know that Sylvia Fowles in 2022, this was her retirement season. This was her retirement season in 2022. Made the All-WNBA second team with a 14-22 record. And she was first team all defense with a 14-22 record. She was second team All-WNBA. Sylvia Fowles averaged 14 points, 9.8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal, shooting 62% from the field, 0% from 3, and 66% from the free throw line. We got to keep that energy. We got to keep that energy. We got to keep that energy. Not Tulip says it was a charity pick. Do y'all see Tulip in the chat cutting up? Tulip, again, you're making an exception. You've made an exception 3 times. Tulip, you've made an exception 3 times. You ain't noticed that yet? You literally made an exception. The first one was it was the points per game. The second one was it was the stats. That's MVP numbers. Now it's an exception. Tulip, you've said an exception 3 times. Hey, this when they call me. This when they call me. This when they call me. See, I sit back. Know what I do, y'all? Know why I stopped doing my breakdowns? Because I want them to mean more. I sit back in the cut. I let the narratives play out. I let all of the innuendo and all of the opinions play out. And then I go do my work. I put all that together. I hear all the conversations. I sit in the cut. And I hear all the conversations. And then I go do my work. But hold on. Because I got more. Watch me work. Don't y'all know in 2022, Nneka Ogwumike made second team All-WNBA, missing the playoffs with a 13-22 record, averaging 18 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, shooting 54% from the field, 36% from the 3, and 82% from the free throw line. And she was 10th in MVP voting. She was 10th in MVP voting with a 13-23 record. She made second team All-WNBA. All-WNBA. Now she shouldn't have. We got to stop this, Tulip. 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 And we got to stop this, man. Again, we can make exceptions when we want to. We make exceptions when we want to. This is another exception. 10th place in MVP voting, 13-23 record. Second team All-WNBA, 13-23 record, averaging 18-6. Y'all hit 18-6. 18-6. Hey, y'all don't even realize all I'm doing is laying the groundwork. Y'all know I got a bigger picture here. All I'm doing is laying the groundwork. Y'all don't even realize it. All I'm doing is laying the groundwork. All I'm doing is laying the groundwork. So is if this is MVP numbers, I didn't say this. The WNBA said that. The WNBA gave her 10th place in MVP voting. I didn't say that. The WNBA gave Sylvia Fowles first team all defense on a 14-22 team. I didn't say that. The WNBA put Tina Charles fifth in MVP voting on a 12-20 team. I didn't say that. The WNBA said that. The WNBA had Enrique sixth in MVP on an 8-14 team. I didn't say that. The WNBA said that. But don't worry, I got more. Don't y'all know Jewel Lloyd in 2023 made the All-WNBA second team with an 11-29 record? Don't y'all know Jewel Lloyd in 2023 made All-WNBA second team with an 11-29 record, averaging 24 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, shooting 37% from the field, 35% from 3, 88% from the free throw line. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. 11-29. Kind of around that ballpark where Chicago is, right? They're in that same ballpark. She was a scoring champ that year. She did average the most points at 24.7. That was her highest points per game ever. She was a scoring champ. But again, in 2023, just 2 seasons ago, not 5, not 10, not in the Stone Age, not in the old era, not when the Houston Comets were around. 2 years ago. Well, technically it was the season before last because this 2025's All-WNBA team hasn't been presented yet. So just 2 seasons ago, you had Nneka Ogwumike and Jewel Lloyd both make second team on losing teams. Both made second team on losing teams. Again, I'm just laying my groundwork. So, Tulip, what you're saying is all you got to do is score the most points, no matter your team record, no matter your other stats, no matter what your team looks like. All you got to do is score enough points and you'll be all WNBA. Is that what you're saying? Is that the precedent that you want to live by? Is that what you want to live by? Is that what you want to live by? Ask yourself that. Is that what you want to live by? Is that what you want to live by? I don't know. So you got 5 cases of players making all WNBA and not having at least a 500 or a winning record or even making the playoffs. That's 3 of the things they say about AR and why she shouldn't be all WNBA. Losing record, amount of games won, and not making the playoffs. No matter her impact offensively or defensively. Because these players had offensive impact. Sylvia Fowles had defensive impact on a losing team without a 500 record and did not make the playoffs. If it works for one, why can't it work for another? You got to ask yourself that. If it works for one, why can't it work for another? If it works for one, they had offensive impact with their points. If it works for one, why can't it work for another? So let's get to this again. Y'all thought I was done. Don't y'all know Enrique made the All-WNBA team last season with a 9 and gotcha. I knew I was gonna get him. I was waiting on them to put that 10-31 record up there. I was waiting on them to put that 10-31 record on the screen. I told you I had a bigger play. Y'all be setting yourselves up. Y'all been around iamzomedia for too long. Y'all been around me for too long. Y'all know I'm better than that. Y'all been around me for too long. I was waiting on y'all to pull up that 10-31 record. Y'all couldn't help yourselves in the chat. Y'all couldn't help yourselves. Enrique Dallas was 9-31 last season with the number 1 pick. And she made second team All-WNBA. And she was 9th in MVP voting last season. I couldn't wait for y'all to put that record up there. What happened to that? Them other teams won more games. What happened to that? It don't matter no more, right? We want to pick and choose? Are we going to still pick and choose? Or are we going to go off the standard that they laid? They laid this standard. I didn't. They laid this standard. I didn't lay this standard. They laid this standard. I did not lay this standard out there. She averaged 22, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, shooting 38% from the field, 34% from 3, 92% from the free throw line. I didn't lay this standard out there. They did. I didn't lay this standard. Enrique made All-WNBA twice, winning a total. She made all, I want y'all to understand this. Enrique made All-WNBA twice with a total of 8 wins and 9 wins. She made All-WNBA twice. First team one time, second team the next. And look, again, this wasn't 5 years ago. This wasn't 2 seasons ago. This happened last season. Currently, you have a player on an All-WNBA team that won 9 games, shooting 38% from the field. This wasn't 5 years ago. It wasn't the old era. This wasn't during Sue Bird time when they had 8 teams. Last season. See, I knew I was gonna get y'all. That's why I put this one last. I knew I was gonna get y'all. I knew I was gonna get y'all. I'll be reading people. That 10 games don't look so bad now, huh? That 10 games don't look so bad now, huh? Hey, y'all gotta stop it, man. Y'all gonna try any kind of narrative to knock people. That 10 games don't look so bad now, does it? Hey, man, I didn't lay this groundwork. The WNBA did. Y'all just don't do y'all homework. See, one of these days, y'all gonna start doing your own homework instead of listening to narratives. One of these days, y'all gonna do your own homework instead of listening to narratives. There's always context. There's always a deeper picture. There's always an underlying standard that a lot of people aren't aware of. This isn't impactful numbers. This isn't top 10 numbers in the league. Look at that shooting percentage. You're a guard, 38% from the field. You had the number 1 pick in the next year draft, and you made second team All-WNBA. There's no context beyond that. What is the standard? What is the standard? Again, you can't lean on the record because just last season, Somebody with 9 wins made second team All-WNBA. You can't lean on the numbers because somebody got 9th place in MVP voting. Somebody got second and somebody was second in scoring. So that means they were top 2 in a category. Remember that. They were top 2 in a category. Again, a lot of y'all are easier to read on YouTube. I just sit in the cut. I be patient. I let everybody else cook, y'all. And sometimes they ain't even worth my time. It's not even worth my knowledge and my understanding of the game sometimes. But sometimes life gonna be what life gonna be, man. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I be like, today I'm a cook. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm gonna be like, let me go ahead on and show them they don't know what the hell they talking about. It's just sometimes it's just those days. Let me get bad intentions up out of here. Let me get bad intentions up out of here because apparently they got bad intentions and they don't understand how basketball works. They don't want to have a basketball conversation. They don't want to have a basketball conversation. They just want to troll and hate. They don't want to have a basketball conversation. They just want to troll and hate. They don't want to have a basketball conversation. They don't. I got them up out of here, Sherelle. I got them up out of here. They don't want to learn nothing. So this what I'm going to do. I got one more slide, right? I got one more slide, right? So this what I'm going to do before I bring up the next slide. I will drop the link. Come give me your case after seeing these slides. Give me your case. Let me see how much basketball my community knows. Give me your case for why Angel Reese should be all WNBA or if she shouldn't. Give me your case. But remember, I got the information. So you come up here capping, you're gonna get cooked. I come up here. I want to see how much my community knows. Give me your case for why you feel Angel Reese should be all WNBA in 2025. Give me your case. Because hey, something ain't adding up here, man. All season long, people made it seem like you had to be astronomical, like you had to be out of this world, like you had to have this, like you had to have that to be all WNBA. And from my research, that ain't always the case. And honestly, it never was. It never was the case. You got to ask yourself, what does it take? And from my understanding, it was never the case. Y'all just thought it was because y'all listen to people who want to troll and spew inaccurate information. Because you got a guard that shoots 38% from the field and made all WNBA. Another one, 37% from the field and made all WNBA. So field goal was never the goal here. You got another one. 66% from the free throw line. So it can't be free throw shooting. It can't be that. It can't be free throw shooting either. Again, let's not lose the plot here. Impact, watching the games, bird's eye view, leading in certain categories. Those are the attributes for all WNBA, not your impact to winning. Not your impact to winning. Even though Chicago has a losing record, I think they've only won one game without Angel Reese. I'm actually interested. Know what I'm actually interested to see? I'm actually interested to see what Chicago's points per games allowed is when Angel Reese doesn't play. That's what I'm actually interested to see. What is Angel Reese points per game when she doesn't play And when she does play, what is her points per game? If anybody in the chat already knows that, put it on the screen so I ain't got to go do the research. But I will definitely look into that. What's their points per game when she does play and when she doesn't play, offensively and defensively? Again, what's the context? It can't be winning. Michelle said 9-1 without Angel Reese. It can't be winning because you got players on here with 14 wins, 8 wins, 9 wins, 11 wins. I mean, it can't be winning. It can't be winning. Again, you got 2 players on one team that didn't even make the playoffs. In 2023, Nneka and Jewel Lloyd missed the playoffs. Let's be real here. So let's get to this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Now that we kind of got a idea of what it takes to be all WNBA. We know it ain't the record. We know it ain't really the impact itself. We know it ain't that either. So when we look at Angel Reese so far, 42% from the field, 18. She literally doesn't take threes. It's like 0.8. It's 0.1. But she doesn't take threes. Kind of like Sylvia Fowles has 0% from 3. I just wanted to make sure because somebody was going to try to bring that up. So I wanted to make sure it was included because somebody going to be petty and try to bring that up. Sylvia Fowles shot worse than her from the 3-point line. Free throw percentage, 74%. Shot better than Sylvia Fowles from the free throw line. Points per game, better than Sylvia Fowles. Rebounds per game among those who did make it. She averages more rebounds. Assists, she has more assists than 3 of the people that made it on previous ballots. She has more steals than 2 people that made it on previous ballots. Again, leader in rebounds, rebounding champ. We know she's going to probably be there till she retires or she don't feel like rebounding anymore. So you got to ask yourself, knowing all of that, what stops Angel Reese from making an all WNBA team? Is it media narratives? Is it competition? What stops Angel Reese from making an all WNBA team? What is it? What is it? Ask yourself, what is it really? What is it really? What is so again, I see people in the chat. Y'all gotta remember, hey, y'all ain't been paying attention. I was supposed to do this like 3 days ago. So exit all that out. Don't look at this. I was just doing at that point. Again, look at that. Do you see a 1 next to that 30? Do you see a 1? You don't need to type in the chat her updated stats. You don't need to type in the chat her updated stats. You don't need to type it in the chat. Yeah, Lila, you don't need to type it in the chat. this is the doc is old, okay? It ain't updated, it's old. You don't need to type it in the chat. You don't need to type it in the chat. But again, her per game numbers now, like her assists, I think are at like 3 something. Her rebounds is correct. Her steals is 1.7 or 8, I think, with the updated ones. It's her points are only like a 0.7 more. Her field goal percentage is a little up than that. But you have to ask yourself, 10 wins, 14 points, basically almost 13 rebounds a game, almost 4 assists a game, almost 2 steals a game. shooting almost 50% from the field. Does that justify you making a all-WNBA team? Looking at previous year. Ask yourself that when you're arguing who should make all-WNBA. Whose stats? Whose stats? What stats? What's the impact? Because they told y'all it was winning. They told the media. See, I want to see. Y'all know I really want. I wanted to do this stream to expose that half of what y'all see ain't the truth. I'd like to do streams to expose half of what you hear ain't the truth. It's not the truth. See, people say stuff. Because they think y'all won't do y'all homework. People say stuff because they think Angel Reese community won't do their homework. Pay attention to the play and not the player. If y'all did y'all homework, y'all would realize a lot of people only do stuff for clicks and views. Y'all will realize a lot of people only do stuff for clicks and views. They don't want to talk the truth. They don't want to stay in reality. They spew nonsense because they know it attract viewers. But at the same time, you're dumbing down the basketball community and what these young women are actually accomplishing and who deserves what. We're not living in reality when we do that. Stop feeding into it. Stop commenting on nonsense. Y'all know they be lying and y'all feed into it. Y'all know they be lying and y'all go click on their videos. You're literally giving them more ammunition to push inaccurate, uneducated, uninformational information. They told y'all Angel Reese has no shot in hell to make an all-WNBA team or an all-defensive team because her team is not good. They say they don't care about her numbers. Y'all let the look here, man. Y'all let the YouTube community and ESPN tell y'all and convince y'all that she doesn't deserve to be part of none of those teams because her team only has 10 wins. Y'all allowed them to brainwash y'all. Y'all really allowed them to brainwash y'all. When guess what? Guess what? Sylvia Fowles made first team all defense with 14 wins. She made second team all WNBA with 14 wins. And they didn't blink an eye because guess what? They made an exception because they understood the situation. Don't let nobody tell you how to think. I think how I want to think. Don't let nobody tell you how to think. I think how I want to think because I lean on the facts, I lean on history, and I lean on standards. I lean on facts, history, and standards that are set. I lean on the precedent that's already been out there. I don't create my own criteria. I lean on the criteria that's already been set. Look at all these losing records. Look at all of these losing records. This is not winning basketball. None of this is winning basketball. None of this scoring they did had impact on that record. Look at this. Tell me, show me where impact had it on there. Show me where Tina Charles 23 points impacted this record. Show me. Point it out when I miss it. Sylvia Fowles had the same amount of points as wins they had. Show me where impact went with record, and that's why they made all WNBA. And that's not to take nothing away from these ladies. Maybe they deserved it. Maybe they didn't. That's not nothing to take away from whatever they did in their careers. Shout out to all of them. Y'all know me. I will never disrespect the basketball player on the court. Off the court, that's a whole different thing. But on the court, because I know what goes into it. I know the grind. I know the hard work. I know the stuff that goes on when the camera not off. I know the attention to detail. I know the not spending time with your family to put that work in. I know about all of that. So that's why I will never disrespect none of these women and what they did in their career. But what I will do is bring you the facts, bring you history, and bring you the real numbers. That's what I will do. And I'll let you make a decision for yourself. So I still need somebody to tell me. I need somebody to tell me. Hey, Lance, I know they mad. They going to stay mad. They can't do nothing about it, though. I know they mad. They going to stay mad. Hey, don't be shocked if you see people clipping this, trying to make spoof videos. Don't be shocked. I know they mad. They're going to stay mad. But my conversation will always be on the side of history. My conversation will always be on the side what history has shown us. And history has shown us if you have impactful numbers and your team doesn't make the playoffs and doesn't have a winning record or even a 500 record, you still have a chance to make all WNBA. And guess what? And guess what, y'all? And guess what, y'all? Guess what? You still can make first team all defense. You still can make first team all defense. You still can make first team all defense. I want y'all to put that in perspective. There's exceptions out there. There's exceptions. There, if you go through it, there's exceptions. Arike got first team with 8 wins, but it was an exception because she was number 1 in scoring. Tina Charles had an exception. What's going on, Jay Davis? What's going on? She had an exception. She got 5th place votes. Because, see, this is what people tell me. This is what y'all have been letting people tell y'all. Y'all have been letting people tell y'all her rebounds mean nothing. Her scoring means nothing because they're not winning. To them, it means nothing. But I didn't know they were the WNBA. I didn't know people on YouTube had a voting in the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, or All WNBA. I did not know they were tied to the league. I did not know that all of these YouTubers out here was tied to the league. I did not know that. I didn't know they had a vote in the MVP race. I didn't know that they was one of the people that voted Tina Charles 5th in MVP. I just thought they was on YouTube. They went on Google, created a Gmail, went on Amazon, brought them a microphone, and stole a mama Wi-Fi password or their next door neighbor Wi-Fi password. That's what they did. They went on Google, got a Gmail, they went on Amazon, brought them a microphone, stole a mama Wi-Fi password or stole a neighbor's Wi-Fi password, created a YouTube account, got online just like the rest of us, and started spewing nonsense. That's what actually happened. Because all I know is the WNBA, the people who votes on this, the people who decides who makes all WNBA, the people who decides where you rank on MVP voting, the people who decide who makes first team all defense. All I know is they looked at the record and they said, don't worry about it. We see what's going on. They looked at the record and they say, we're going to make an exception. They looked at the record and said, I see your impact, even though the record doesn't show it. Tulip. I don't care if there was one game out of making the playoffs with a 12-20 record. I don't care about that. They did the history says the Washington Mystics in 2021 did not make the playoffs. History says the Mystics did not make the playoffs. They didn't say we gave them an honorary playoff. It said they did not make the playoffs. I'm confused. See, Tulip, you keep me trying to make these exceptions. Well, I'm going to make an exception. Tylermarsh didn't do what Angel Reese wanted to say in the offseason. Jeff P. didn't do what Angel Reese wanted to say in the offseason. Their starting point guard got hurt 10 games into the season. I'm going to make an exception. Their first-round draft pick didn't come overseas. Look at see them exceptions I'm making? They had a first-year head coach. You see them exceptions I'm making? Do you see the exceptions that I'm making and how crazy that sounds? Do you see these? I can do that too, Tulip. I can make exceptions. And when I want to, I can make an exception. If I'm a voter, I'm going to say your starting point guard who gets paid the most money on your team only played 10 games. I'm going to say your first round draft pick did not come overseas. I'm going to say you had a first year head coach who's never been a head coach before. You see those exceptions I can make when I want to make an exception? You see that? Do you see the exceptions I make when I want to make an exception? Come on, man. Call me Dr. Exception. Call me Exception. Call me Dr. Exception. Call me Dr. Exception. You see the exceptions I make when I want to make the criteria fit somebody's narrative? All you got to do is make the criteria fit somebody's narrative. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. So let's do an exercise before I get to my last slide, because I told y'all I would get to after everything you learned today about history, about past experience with voters, about other exceptions. Again, I think Sylvia Fowles only made second team because that was her last season. She was retiring, and she was hella on defense. She was hellacious on defense. I think she finished number 2 in defensive of the year voting. So there's no reason Angel shouldn't get some defensive player of the year voting, right? Right? There's no reason Angel shouldn't at least get even a third, fourth place. I'm cool with a third, fourth place defensive player of the year voting. I'm cool with that. She finished third or fourth in defensive player of the year voting. I'm cool with that. I got no problem with that. I'm pretty sure Angel won't have no problem with a third or fourth place voting in the defensive player of the year, right? 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 I'm just saying. We can't change the standard we can't change standards when it doesn't fit our narrative. When we talk basketball, let me go back full screen right quick. When we talk basketball, we should always approach it what history has shown us, what facts are, and what history says. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. When we give our opinions, when we make judgments, we have to lean on what history has shown us, what the facts are, and what history is. If we can't do that, we're not really talking basketball. We're talking narratives. If we can't lean on those 3 things, we're not talking basketball. We're talking narratives. And when you talk narratives, you talk with biasness. That's why I try to approach basketball without biasness, because if I do, I approach it with a verbatim of the narratives. I keep it on what history says, because I don't watch what ESPN. I don't let ESPN tell me how to think. I don't let other YouTubers tell me how to think. I believe in the brain trust that I've built for myself understanding basketball, and I lean on that. Be confident. Don't let nobody change your mind. Be confident. Root for who you want to root for. Lean on it. Be confident. Because at the end of the day, all they did was go on Google, create a Gmail account, go on Amazon, buy them a microphone, and steal their mama Wi-Fi password. That's all they did. That's all they did. They ain't no different. Half of them never even touched a basketball before. Half of them can't even tell you what it feels like to be in the locker room. And y'all let them determine how y'all view basketball. I want y'all to think about that for a second. Y'all let people who's never even been inside of a locker room tell you what actually goes on in basketball and how it should be judged. Some of them don't even know a basketball player. Lean on your own understanding. Lean on your own knowledge, your own experience. Lean on it. Don't be afraid. Lean on it. Y'all know me. If you've been around, I get into it with people on YouTube all the time. All the time. All the time. Even when it comes, think about this, y'all. Even when it comes to Angel Reese, I get into it with people on YouTube. Even when it comes to Angel Reese. Because I don't speak with biasness. I give my opinion. I stand on it. I lean on it. And I trust in it. And 9 out of 10 times, y'all always come back and be like, Zoe, you was right. Or y'all come back with, Zoe, I see what you were saying now. Because I don't let people dictate how I see basketball. I played it. I don't let people dictate how I see. Look, I've seen stuff that TV don't even tell you. I know every play on the court. I know what every situational play is. I know what ATOs are. I know, look, pin downs, the nail. I know all of that. I know when you're supposed to run certain plays. I know defensive systematics, all of that. Lean on that. Lean on that. But that's why y'all pull up the iamzomedia, because I keep it real. I keep it authentic. I stick to what I know. I stick to what I know. So tell me, before I show you my first and second team for all WNBA, from the knowledge, the understanding, and the history you learned today, tell me in the chat. I'm going to give y'all a second. Tell me in the chat, if you're watching from Twitter, come over to YouTube, hit the like button. Don't be stingy on the likes. When you like the video, it lets others know I'm live. So hit the like button, comment in the chat. If you're on Twitter, share the stream. You already know how it goes. Stop being stingy with information. Stop being a hoarder. Share the information. Again, it's time to educate versus have narratives. It's time to educate. Let's get back to the basics of just talking basketball and loving the beauty of it. In the chat, tell me. And I'm going to do, matter of fact, I'm going to give back to y'all today. This is what we're going to do. I have $200. I need you to really listen. I have $200 for anybody who gets their first and second team exactly 100% as my first and second team. Email me your info and I'll get it to you. Again, I'm going to give the chat 5 minutes. In the chat, who do you think I have from the criteria I just laid out, from your understanding of some things you learned today? Who is your first and second team all WNBA for 2025? Think about it. I ain't going to rush you. We got money on the line. Then I will bring up mine. And again, I will have a cutoff. I will let you know when to stop typing. If you're still typing in the chat, when I say stop typing, your first and second team won't count, because by then I would have brought mines on the screen. So we're gonna do a fun activity. If you on X, come over to YouTube and play along. $200 on the line here. I know some of y'all got rent coming up. Call no $200 on the line here. If you can mimic my first and second team, I will get $200 to you. We already got some in the chat. As T said, all WNBA first team, AT, Fee, Alicia Gray, Asia, and Jackie. Okay. Her second team is Kelsey Mitchell, Paige, Angel Reese, NECA, Stewie. Interesting. Lilac said, no, Jay Bavis, I'm going to ask you for your email if you put it in the chat who your first and second team is, and it mimics mine. So it has to mimic mine. And then I will ask you for your email. For now, you're not emailing me anything. You're putting it in the chat. Again, I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes. I'm going to give y'all until it's 9:42 right now. If you're on the East Coast, it's probably 10:42. If you're in Central, it's 9:42. If you're on the West Coast, it's either 8 or 7:42. So I'll give y'all until 9:50. That's 10:50, 11:50, or 7:50. But I'll give you the next 8 minutes to put your first, second team in the chat according to what you just found out, the knowledge you just learned. There's $200 on the line. So I don't want to rush you. I want you to write it down on the paper. You're going to might have to do some scratch outs, and we'll go from there. Let's see who can think like Prince. Let's see who can think like Prince. Sherelle said, first team, Asia, Fee, Kelsey, Mitchell, Jackie, AT. Second team. Who's your second team, Sherelle? Green Thumb said, first team, Asia, Fee, Angel, Kelsey, Alicia Gray. Who's your second team, Green Thumb? Tulip said, Zoe's team, Kelsey, Alicia, Fee, AT, Asia. Oh man, Tulip, you close, Tulip. Hey, Tulip is the closest so far to at least my first team. Tulip is the closest so far to at least my first team. Miss Jackson, first team, Asia, Fee, AT, Alicia, Jo. Second team, NECA, Angel, Paige, Skylar, Kelsey. Interesting. Yours not really close, Miss Jackson. Yours not really close. Aunt Dick said first team, Asia, Angel, Jackie, AT, that girl from Seattle. I'm guessing you mean Gabby or Skylar. Which one are you talking about, Aunt? Or you talking about Ezzy? Blocks everything? You talking about Ezzy? No. Ezzy not on none of my teams. I'm gonna tell you that. Skylar not on none of my teams. Ezzy not on none of my teams. I need to stop telling y'all. Who my teams is. Again, you got 6 minutes. Take your time. Write it on a piece of paper, then type it. Take your time. Don't just. I'm telling y'all gonna miss people if you just write it in the chat right away. Write it on a piece of paper. You're gonna miss people. Trust me. If you just try to write it in the chat, that's why I'm giving y'all time. If you just try to write it in the chat, you're going to miss people. No, this is all WNBA, Lucky, I guess. I need your first and second team. If you just send through your first team, this is all WNBA, not defense. If you just send through your first team, your entry will be null and void. You got to send through your first and second team. Tulip, your first team is wrong, but it's close. Your first team is wrong, but it's close. Your first team is wrong, but it's close, Tulip. It's wrong, but it's close. Let me see who else submitted already. Lucky, I guess. Asia Fee, Mitchell, AT, Alicia Gray. Lucky, I guess. Yours is close too, Lucky, I guess. Your first team is close, Lucky, I guess. Your first team is close. Super close. ST. ST, your first team is almost close too. Your first team could be close too, ST. Your first team could be close too, ST. Your first team definitely could be close. Sherelle says second team, Angel, Alicia Gray, Sabrina, Stud Buzz Girl. I'm guessing you mean Courtney Williams and NECA. Interesting. Hey, ST, you almost close, ST. Nadira said Leash, AT, Angel, Kelsey, Paige, NECA. Don't twitch up now, said Asia Fee, Alicia Gray, ATJO. Nah. Green Thumb said first team, Asia Fee, AT, Angel, Kelsey. Second team, Alicia Gray, Scholar, Kelsey, Plum, NECA, Jackie. Hey, y'all forgetting about a lot of players. Have y'all been watching the WNBA this season? Some of y'all made me think y'all just started watching 2 weeks ago. Or y'all just been watching the stat lines. A lot of y'all first and second teams tells me y'all been watching the stat lines or y'all just been following other people. You got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes before we close it. ST, Zoe pick second team, Angel Reese, Paige, NECA, Stewie, Alicia Gray. Nope. 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 Hey, ST. Yes, it's a lot of options. That's why they got $200 on the line. You got $200 on the line. Yes, it's a lot of options. No, your selection not closed, T. Carmilla. ST said because I really want to put Veronica Burton in there. Damn, you think Veronica Burton is WNBA all second and first team? Interesting. You are close. You are close. Don't switch up. You are close. You definitely close. You definitely close. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes. I'm including whoever, Green Thumb. Green Thumb, don't let me dictate your first and second team. It's up to you, Green Thumb. Don't let me dictate it. That's up to you. Who you want to put? Who you think is deserving of first and second team? 1 minute left. You got 1 minute to submit your entry. You got 1 minute. You got 1 minute. ST said, not switching up. My first selection was mine, and second selection is what I thought Zoe would pick. ST, you was close though, ST. You been around a minute. So you was close, ST. You definitely been, you could tell you've been around a minute. Nah, ST, what makes you think I ain't gonna put Fee on my first team? Interesting. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, y'all. 30 seconds. $15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. All right. Don't switch up is the last entry. Anybody else who messages come after that, don't count. Tulip plays first team, Leash, Angel, B, AT, Asia. Interesting, Tulip. Very, very interesting, Tulip. Very interesting, Tulip plays. Tulip, who was your second team? Tulip, I'm gonna give you a chance to enter your second team. Don't twitch up now. Said Derica, Courtney, NECA, Angel, Jackie. Her. Interesting. But Tulip, who was your second team, Tulip? Hey, Sherelle, you gotta stop. Sherelle said, my third team, Dana, Rachel, Kia Stokes, Rebecca Allen, Kia Nurse. Nobody else entries will count. I just need Tulip's second team. Nope. Nobody put no more entries. I just need Tulip's second team. We waiting on Tulip's second team, y'all. We just waiting on Tulip's second team. Hey, Tulip, you got 1 minute to put your second team in there. You got 1 minute because you probably trying to redo it. Second team: Paige, Kelsey, Jackie, NECA, Boston. Tulip, you was almost there. Wow, Tulip. Tulip, you were almost there. Oh, Tulip, I thought you had it. Tulip, I swear, I thought you had it, Tulip. You were almost there. Ah, Tulip, wait till you see my second team, Tulip. You was almost there. You was all you missed some conversations I've been having, Tulip. You must have missed a stream or two. You definitely missed some conversations I've been having, Tulip. Yeah, Tulip, you was almost there, Tulip. You was actually your first team was one player off, and your second team was one player off. You were almost there, Tulip. You were almost there. Almost there, Tulip. Almost. You was close. You was close. But without further ado, this is my first and second team for All-WNBA 2025. 2025. My first team, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Alyssa Thomas, Alicia Gray, Sabrina Ionescu. My second team, Nneka Ogwumike, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young, Kelsey Mitchell. Tulip, you was right there. You was right there. Hey, Tulip, you was close. You was close, Tulip. I told you, Tulip. That's why I told you, Tulip. You haven't been listening to me. I was Tulip. Remember, we talked about it on Star Hoop Central. Remember, I talked about Sabrina being a lock. Remember, me and HD, Tulip plays. Anybody in the chat who watches Star Hoop Central, remember, me and HD was arguing about Kelsey Mitchell and Sabrina Ionescu on the first team. See, that's why I told y'all you had to have been around to really know my first team because you would have heard the conversations. Remember, me and HD argued about Alicia Gray, Kelsey Mitchell, and Sabrina Ionescu, and what two guards would make the first team. Yeah, again, Sabrina, in my opinion, Sabrina will make first team as a guard because Jaquel and Stewie have been hurt. Jaquel in the first half of the season, Stewie in the second half. If Stewie would have played 5 more games, I would have had Stewie over Aaliyah Boston. See, Stewie not playing enough games made me like Aaliyah Boston. She's had some off games, but her and Kelsey Mitchell have been the driving force. Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell have been the driving force, keeping Indiana afloat. So I wanted to reward that, right? I wanted to make sure I rewarded both of them for that. So I got both of them on my second team because they have kept them. Again, Indiana was in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. Y'all got to remember that. Indiana was in jeopardy of missing the playoffs. Kelsey Mitchell, of course, number 1, but Aaliyah Boston has been number 2. But Sabrina has been the only consistent thing about the Liberty this season. Sabrina Ionescu has been the only consistent thing about the New York Liberty this season. Remember, they lost Kayla Thornton in the expansion draft. But Najee got hurt before the season started. Natasha Cloud has not been an all-star level player. JJ missed practically most of the first half of the season and did not make the all-star game. Stewie did make the all-star game, but missed most of the second half of the season. Sabrina has the numbers, they have the wins, and she has the impact to be first team over Kelsey Mitchell and Jackie Young. Even though both of them have been great for their teams. But Sabrina kept the Indiana Fever from catching the New York Liberty. So let's not act like that didn't happen. Sabrina kept them from falling into the abyss that is the bottom of the conference. She kept the Storm from catching them. She kept the Fever from catching them. And she kept the Golden State Valkyrie from catching them while dealing with injuries and players not being available to play. Sabrina has been the only consistent thing on that team. So you got to reward that. You got to. Again, Nneka has been one of the most consistent front court players in the league this season. So I wanted to reward that and her defense as well. I wouldn't be shocked if Nneka. I actually wouldn't be shocked if Nneka makes an all defensive team. I wouldn't be shocked. Would y'all be shocked if Nneka made all defense? I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked if Nneka made all defense. Right, Lucky, I guess. Nneka is under the radar. What Nneka has done this season hasn't been talked about enough. Because they could easily be out the playoffs. Don't twitch up now. I will do my all defense next week. That will probably be I like to do at least one solo stream a week outside of like doing my live games. So next week I will probably be doing my all defensive team first and second. So be on the lookout for that. Next week I'll probably be doing my all defense first and second team. Again, those who listening, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Alyssa Thomas, Alicia Gray, Sabrina Ionescu is my first team. My second team is Nneka Ogwumike, Angel Reese, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young, Kelsey Mitchell is my second team. I like to reward impact. I like to reward statistical standings. I like to reward winning, of course, as well. You got at some point you got to be honest and say this person's team is winning. So I like to reward that as well. My exceptions are cases like Angel Reese, where impact is there but winning isn't. But the impact to me means more than what the roster is because you can't control the winning as a one person. So Again, I know what Chicago front office is. I understand the roster, losing your starting point guard, like all of that goes into it. That Francis fella, Paige is actually on the outside looking in. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Stewie, Kayla Thornton, Stewie, Kayla Thornton, and Paige was my first three out. So I'll give y'all, I'll let y'all know that. Kayla Thornton, Stewie, and Paige were my first three out. Yes, Lilac, Angel is the exception. Every year has that's what I keep trying to show y'all. Every year there's an exception on the All-WNBA teams. This year exception would go to Angel Reese, in my opinion. Again, when they come out, it might be different than this, but in my opinion, Angel Reese deserves second team All-WNBA. This is just All-WNBA. I will be doing my defensive player of the year, defensive team, first and second next week. I will be doing that next week. Right, Michelle? That 1-9 hit home for me. That 1-9 definitely hit home for me. It definitely hits home for me. It definitely hit homes for me. That 1-9 hit homes. Tulip said, watch we miss out on DPOY team by one pick too. Hey, Tulip, this what I'm gonna do, Tulip. This what I'm gonna do. Cause I rocks with you. This what I'm gonna do, Tulip. Email me. Tulip plays. Email me at iamzomedia, all one word. I'm gonna get you a hoodie or a t-shirt of your choice in your color. Email me and we'll get that shipped out to you, Tulip plays. So email me and we'll get you some product. Matter of fact, a hoodie and a t-shirt. I'll get you a hoodie and a t-shirt. Email me at iamzomedia and we're gonna get you a iamzomedia hoodie and a t-shirt. You can pick whatever artwork you want. Go to my community post. I have, I think, 4 or 5 different artworks. I have my one of them ones design. I have iamzomedia design. I have what are we doing design. I have watch the play, not the player design. And I have one more. I think I have one that says Prince on it. I think I have a Prince one. So go on my community post, check out my designs, or just write down the ones I just said. I have a Prince design. I have a one of them ones design. I have a what are we doing design. I have a iamzomedia design, and I have a watch the play, not the player design. And email me at iamzomedia what color t-shirt you want, what color hoodie you want. And I'll get that out to you ASAP. Shout out to Tulip Plays, man, for always rocking with the boy, man. Again, if you still in here, hit the like button. This is iamzomedia. I just laid out the groundwork. I just laid out the basis, the facts, the history, the resources, the league standard for what it takes to make all WNBA first, second team, the criteria, the statistics. Do with it what you will. Again, we're just here to lay out the facts, speak with knowledge, understand the standard, and go from there. Shout out to everybody for pulling up. If you haven't liked the video yet, if you're on X, share this stream. If you're on X, pop over to YouTube, share this stream, like the video, click the join button. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Great content over here, man. Hit the subscribe button. All right, Tulip, get that to me. Get that to me, Tulip. Hit the subscribe button. You already know what it is. This is iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince. Again, hit the like button if you haven't. Again, if you weren't able to get me your first or second team, put it in the chat. I want to know what all my subscribers are thinking. I want to interact with all my subscribers. Put it in the chat. Who's your first and second team? And let me know. Again, join the membership. We will be showing all playoff games during the playoffs. All playoff games, not just aces. We will be showing all playoff games on my members only during the playoffs. So if you're on the road, if your TV broke, if you don't got cable, if you were out of network for a game, pull up to iamzomedia if you're a member. During the playoffs, we will have all playoff games live on my members only, but you have to be a member. So go ahead on, join the membership. You already know what it is. Again, this is Prince, iamzomedia, your handsome host with the beard. One of them ones, the pressure cooker, the needle mover. I am him. Hit the like button on your way out, man. As always, stay cool, stay smooth. See you on.
They be saying I do the most. 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 Yo, iamzomedia, one of them ones, breaking down the women's game from 3, 2, 1. It's Prince, baby. Y'all been acting dense lately. Running laps around y'all like Coach Neal's baby. I'm Kim's plans, putting a program on a pedestal. Y'all ain't even at the tippy top of the reticle. Y'all ain't on the radar. I am the sword onto the Rangers, the internet savior, greater than the greatest. What the weaklings whine and hate it. I go hard in the paint, not even Candace can fade this. Pay attention to the channel, not the analyst cameras. Turn the cameras to me, cause they just can't handle it. It's free information. The same info could change your life and lead you to salvation. All I ask is that you tell the world about me, not the Masons. Who else you know do it like this on a daily basis? They be saying I do the most. They be saying I do the most. They be saying I do the most.